Alright guys, look, today I'm going to shoot some tails here for this bait we're going to make. And what I've done is cut up leftover plastic. I keep my leftover plastic. This is the chartreuse for the tails. I make the chartreuse a lot brighter for the tails. I put all in it, you know. I soak it to it. Yeah, I just throw the coloring in it. Alright, now I'm going to cook that. I got my mold behind me on the griddle heating up. So by the time this gets ready, which is going to take about 3 minutes for that to cook in that area, I'm going to start off with 2, and then I'll come back and check it in a little bit. You do not want to burn it, and you can, yes, you can burn it. Just let that cook. When the mold gets warm, I'm going to drop it in here, and we're going to shoot the tail mold. Alright guys, I just checked it was hot enough. The first mold here is the tail mold. Now when I shoot the bodies here in a second. Okay. When I shoot the bodies, I'm going to shoot all my molds. I got them back there heating too. Alright. There you go. Now we got to let that cool. And I'll open up and show it to you. Alright guys, here's the mold. Let me get a block. I got block saves here for spacers. Get one of them down, help hold this thing up where y'all can see. You cannot open this thing easily. Alright, bam. Alright, let me look, see if y'all can see. Oh yeah, y'all can see. Alright, see, it takes, let's go back. It takes 2 of these to fill the mold. This thing makes 20 at a time. Alright, now look, see how soft and stuff they are? Let me show y'all what I do. Let me get the rest of these off here. I hang these for about 10 minutes as I'm shooting baits. So I shoot and hang, shoot and hang. But after that, I take them off and I put them on a cookie sheet like this. Alright? That's what I lay the baits on. I lay them out in these cookie sheets. Alright? Once they lay here flat, make sure they're laying flat. These, I made these last week. They're much easier to work with because they get stiff. See that? Now, because right now they're so soft. See, they're just, plastic's got a certain age, guys. It's so soft that they're even hard to put in the mold. So that's what I've learned. And so I shoot them ahead of time. I try to keep some. You know, if I know I'm going to do pink, I'll make a bunch of pink ones. Okay, blue, I don't have any blue left. One, I'll make a bunch ahead of time. The other day I made 600 of these chartreuse tails. That's right. And then I started making baits. And that's what I've got left over I haven't used yet. Alright. Now what I'm going to do for this mold now is I'm going to put this mold away. Alright, now I'll take these cold baits. Now I'm going to show y'all a trick too, okay? Let me raise this thing up one more block. I don't show this to everybody. I think y'all can see better if I get up higher. Yeah. I take, this is, guys, this is vegetable oil. Plain old, the cheapest vegetable oil I could buy in the store. That's all it is. Now, I have some worm oil. I do not use it in this shop. I use it, I put worm oil in your bags with anise scent. Okay? The scent I use and put on these baits is called anise. Now, I'm going to add something. This is free. I'm not going to charge y'all for this information, okay? Alright, look, what's what we do right here. We lay each one in place. So I put that oil in there. See how easy they slide around? I'm trying to lean where y'all can see. What I do is I go down through here like this, and I lay them the way they goes. It goes pretty fast if you do that, if you don't put them upside down like I done that one. And if they don't stick to your fingers. The worst thing about foam plastic, guys, is they stick to your fingers. Alright? With that oil on there, look here, I can slide them right where I want them. It doesn't hurt the bait making. It doesn't hurt the process at all. See there? You can almost tap them. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing. One of the reasons I like this mold, I showed this in another video. See that rib on it? Sam was talking about it. It's got a rib on the outside all the way around the tail. Alright? That rib does 2 things. I usually turn the tail up. People have been asking me that. Which way, Dennis, you like it? I like the tail up. If you put the tail up, you get a better water flow. When that water hits those ribs on the outside of that bait, it's got to swim. It don't have any choice. It's got to give to it, okay? The second thing it does is, of course, that rib cuts right here, right? So as I lay this in place, that rib will go right in place. Makes me easy to put the tail in too. Alright? I got to make sure that little tail's in that groove right there. All right. So now I'm gonna put the rest of these in for you, and then I got a grub laying right here. All right. This is oil change, oil slick. I'm sorry. This is oil slick color. I gotta try to remember this color, guys. I've got 320 some baits. Yeah. If you know, and all the different shapes and the colors. The reason this is laying there, see that little fuzz on the tail? Sometimes they do that when I reshoot them, and when I see them, when I take them out of the mold, I got a paddle right here. I fish with them. It doesn't hurt them, but I don't want y'all to get a bait like that. If you put the bait tail down like this, and you're going through the water like this, let me get y'all stand up with this to make it easier on me. And you're going through the water like this, and you're usually going in like this in an angle toward your fishing rod, right? Your line and this body right here is knocking some of the water flow. When you turn your bait up so the tail's up like this, it's catching all the water flow across the bait. Does that make sense? I think you get more water flow if you turn the tail up. Does the fish care? I don't think the fish care. I don't think it makes any difference to the fish. But I have played with different grubs, different companies' grubs, and different things, and I think they work best to tail up. I have played with this grub in clear water where I can see it at the boat ramp, jigging it on the cement like at 10, 15 inch water, picking up and letting it drop, watching it. It's got great action. Sam fished with them last weekend, I think for the first time, and he said the same thing. He said, man, this little grub's got some action. It has great action. All right, let me get the rest of these in here, then we'll get the body color, okay? Okay, guys, I'll set this up here and that'll help you a little bit. All right, here's what I'm doing. I pour this out on the cookie sheet when I'm done. It makes a big flat piece. It makes it easier to cut up. If you leave it in a cup and you got that puck, and I do that sometimes, I'm in here in a hurry, or if I got 2 or 3 colors laid out, I laid the chartreuse out back here from the tails. It's cooler now on the cookie sheet. And when it cools, I'll be able to pick it up in one big piece, just like that piece there was. See how I just threw these scrap pieces on there? So I got to cut them up good. The smaller you cut it, the better it heats up. All right, let me throw this in the microwave and cook this. Then we're going to shoot these baits, okay? All right, guys. I should have done it. All right. Perfect. It didn't go up. It needed to go up about 6 or 8 degrees, so I gave it 20 more seconds. So here we go. All right. I'm going to shoot. Hold a second. Got the next one. Shoot. Stops. I'm just holding it. Not pushing hard. Stop. Keep a little pressure on them at the end. It helps them push it any place you need it. When you might have an air bubble in it or a little place that didn't fill out, it'll push it on that in there. You don't want to be shoving. You just stop and hold it solid. Y'all ready? Bam. All right. Woohoo. There you go. What do you think of that? Aren't they pretty? Yes, sir. Think they'll catch a fish? I know they will. Alright, guys. I used this color because the water was dirty. And I've already used some other dirty watercolors like June Bug. Y'all seen a video with that? So, I pulled out the Sunbird. Bam. Alright. Got the Sunbird also in LC Shad. Yep. Alright, guys. You put your number down between 10, I start at 10. I do 10 to 400. So, you put your number down between that. Between 1 and 400 or 10 to 400. one guest per person. And that's a subscriber. You must be a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button. Don't cost you a thing. It just puts you over on the left. When you look on YouTube, go on there. Down on the left is your subscribers, right? That's all it does. It's put you on your home page. I do the draw on Wednesday night, and you can't go over the number. If it gives us a number of 99, you got 100, you're not going to win. If somebody puts down 90, they're going to win, okay? We do that to separate the winners from losers. We don't have no arguments that way. All right, Thursday morning, I load that video. Good luck to everybody. Hope you enjoy the fish catching after this. Okay, we're going to catch some on the Sunbird. See y'all next time, Fishing Lake Country. All right, guys. Wow, I'm just holding on. Let me get my net. Oh, yeah. Oh, you part bass. Man, that's a nice fish. All right, guys, they are scattered. I know y'all, so Dennis, you're saying that every video. They're worse now than I've ever seen them. The last 2 videos I've made,
They are scattered. He nailed it though. My gosh, he wanted it. Yeah, that's Sunbird. Look at that crappie. What a monster. What a nice one. He's probably 13 and a half. He might hit 14, guys. It's a nice fish. He's probably 13 and a half, I'm going to guess. That's a nice one. I'll make sure y'all recording. Okay. First shot of the day. All right, guys. Sunbird and the hot tails, grubs. All right. And by the time y'all see this, they will be on the site. Okay. Son's working on it this week. We've had rain. Y'all can see how dirty the water is. That's why I'm using that color. I've tried this. That's the third color I've tried this morning. First fish I've caught. Sometimes you got to try a couple colors. And I've tried some bright colors. And I thought, let's try the Sunbird. It's good, bright pink, a chartreuse tail. They got to see it. Bam, there you go. They got to see your bait before they can eat it, guys. And they can see better than we think they can. Just from me watching them on the live scope, even in dirty water. Visibility right now is probably 14, 15 inches. It rained all day. This is Tuesday. It rained all day Sunday, hard a couple times. And yesterday it was kind of windy. It was nice and warm yesterday. That was like 65. But I got a job I'm working on a little bit. So I'm still working a little bit here and there just to keep some cash flow going. And I picked today to fish because the wind's supposed to be light today, only 5 miles an hour. The rest of the week the wind's supposed to be 8 to 10. I've said this before. If you look at the weather underground on the internet, and if you hit it on the 10-day, look at there. That's the most I've seen today. See those little bumps right on the bottom? Those are fish, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm finding those, and I'm casting to them. I'm just running out the trolling motor, using my remote. I'll show y'all that because people ask me that. Do you use your remote? Yeah. And I use it when I'm up here standing like this, so I can stand back here and I can watch the depth on them. My bait's right there at them. And that might be white perch. Usually, no, maybe not. 2 of them came up at the same time. That's why I said that. Usually, a couple crappie will follow you at one time. But when white perch get after your bait, they get after a bunch at one time. That's why I said that, guys. And I mean, it looks like a flock of blackbirds coming off. But, boy, they're paying attention to it. None of them's hit it, but a bunch of them is following it. I got one else paying attention to it. You do not catch them all, guys. You throw out a lot of them that just follow you. That's all they do. They won't hit it. So you got to keep throwing it. So 2 of them in that group, it was like 6 of them followed it a little ways and quit. And that's fine. I can throw back at them a couple times. Sometimes I'll catch one of them. Sometimes the angle of the bait comes, I think it is. Sometimes I think it's competition. One of them will stop following it, and the other one will come along and go, you know, when you get to him, he'll see the other one falling, and he goes, oh, no, you don't. And he comes up and hits it. And I think it's just competition going, you know. Animals do that. You watch dogs, they'll fight over a bone, right? I think that's what they're doing sometimes, really do. So if they're really not hungry and they've been eating all night on shad or something, you're not going to make them eat. Some days are better than others, guys. That's just fishing, okay? Bam. All right, guys. I've thrown at the ones I showed y'all 2 or 3 times, and they kept following it. So I just started looking around. I haven't moved the boat. Just look around in circles, and I spot a fish every now and then. I have thrown at quite a few. And these were at 55 feet, and I just threw out there and took my time and reeled it. I didn't even see my bait. Just when it hit bottom, I start reeling it. He got like a bass. These fish, I'm telling you, see him? He's everywhere. And I know they're nicer fish because they're in small groups. Usually the small fish are 4 to 8, 9 inches. Usually this time of year in groups of 30 or more. And I seen a group the other week. I think I showed y'all in a video. It must have had 1,000 in it. It went for like 40 feet long, 50 feet long, just all shad. I mean, all crappie. Good gosh, look at the belly on that thing, guys. Those are eggs. Now, that's the first sign of eggs. So maybe that's why they're moving a lot too. Good gosh, you pig. Now, I know some of those are eggs. Great time of day. I'm going to tell you what. Can y'all see that belly? I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not. I know some of that's eggs, but I'll tell you what, that fish almost weighed 2 pounds just because it's so heavy full of eggs and weight. I bet it's 110, 112 easily. And he's probably only about 13 and a half. He was heavy filling fish. All right, guys, Sunbird. Hey, look, when I made these, I thought this is one color I'll probably never get to use here. I was making these for the guys from Louisiana and places that complain about stained, dirty water. All right. I have orange with a chartreuse tail. I call it an OJ Plus. I done made a video with that. I don't know which one y'all gonna see first. And I had no problem with that. Our water gets dirty because y'all was picking on me back last summer. Dennis, you always fishing that clear water. Yeah, it's usually 3 to 5 foot visibility here, guys. But like I told you then back in, I said wait till next spring. This is still winter, but we get all these rains in January, February, March, and our water won't clear back up to about May. We'll start getting clearer, and we'll get back to about 3.5, 4 foot in June, July, August. Okay, and I get to use some of those clear baits I made. Winter was probably working this too though. Virginia shad, mealtime. I got some of those too. 17 colors, guys, in the grubs. Look here, there's a couple right there. Like I said, I'm just sitting still and the fish are moving. So I got my spot lock on. The fish are moving. I'm just sitting here. I'm on the edge of the channel. Right there is 20-some feet. What am I sitting at? I'm in 16.9. I'm in 17 foot. It's 23, 24 foot right there. I'm right on the edge of the channel where this bank is coming out. It's a point coming out right there in front of me. So it's making a turn here, right? See the turn in the creek? That's another thing I search for. You've heard me mention that a few times. If you can find a creek and get in the turns, for some reason they like those turns. I learned that fishing Chickahominy River. Bass are the same way. Get in the turn, on the back side of the turn, or the beginning of the turn, they like it. Maybe because it pushes stuff to them. I don't know. We do have some current here. The current's running now. They're making electricity. Y'all can't see it, but that buoy up there is just going like this. Yeah, you probably can see it in the camera. It just moves, flopping. It's flopping ain't because of the wind. It's flopping because of current. Bam. Now, guys, I moved from where I was. I was here last Wednesday. I came back to where I was last Wednesday. I showed y'all those fish. I threw at them a couple times. Nothing ever happened. And then everything else I was seeing there was white perch. I seen quite a few white perch there. So, that's a nice fish there too, guys. Wow. That's a nice one. I don't have my microphone in, so it might sound a little different. I didn't have my camera on for that reason. I put a battery because I moved, and I put a new battery in it, and I just hadn't cut it on. So I said, I'm going to wait till I catch the fish before I cut it on. And I've been here 15 minutes, so I keep running my batteries down so fast. Sometimes I do that. Especially this time of year. Summertime may last a little longer. When it's cold like it's they don't last quite as long. It's supposed to be today about 47, 46, 47. And with the wind not blowing, it feels like that. It's actually a nice day. Bam. Wow. Put the hammer on me. He's fighting hard. I don't know how big he is. He's a nice one. All right, guys, I haven't caught any little ones on this bait, have I? All right, belt buckles or dinks, whatever y'all want to call him. He ain't bad. He's 11 inches. He's the smallest one. All right, guys. Look, I think that's 4. There you go. This is called the Sunbird. The color is. All right. Called a Sunbird. And I've got a heavy head. I repainted it one time. I need to do it again. Because I'm throwing it out, guys, letting it hit the bottom most of the time before I start reeling it. And the problem I'm having today, catching fish, and I've had the same problem now for about 3 weeks, is they're moving so much. I'll mark a fish, see him out there, and if they get closer than 25 feet from the boat, they won't even pay attention to it. They'll follow me. I've had them follow me to 20 foot and turn and run. Even dark as all water is, they see the boat, they can hear the trolling motor. But when the bait gets close to them sometimes, they're gone. Because I'm throwing, 18 foot of water I'm sitting in now. That's the problem I'm having. They're constantly just bobbing along. You can see it's 2 right here. There's 1, there's 1. And there was about 4 there I threw out. And I done made a couple circles. I done went clean back in there and clean back around to here, guys. Done did that once, and I moved around a circle here a couple times. And I'm seeing more white perch than I am crappie. And I can tell the white perch by the way they act when the bait comes by. So, 2 problems I'm having today. White perch are everywhere, which sometimes I don't run into that. And I don't mind that because the crappie will mix right in with them. But I usually can tell the way they act when the bait comes by them. The white perches come up and snap at it all the time. Like a kitten playing with something. And they don't mean business. They'll bump it. Once in a while, one of them will grab it. Crappie will follow it. Just follow behind it. That's it. and if they don't grab it within 10 feet, I reel it on in. They're not going to hit it. And usually if a crappie's following it, it's one or two, and when it comes past a couple more, one of them will just roll up and grab it. Just like that one did. When I come past 2 or 3 of them, he just rolled up and grabbed it. They don't play around about it when they decide they want it. That's why we get that thump from crappie. If they're interested, they go for it, and they hit it hard. All right, guys, this is a Porter Cats. Kept it a secret all the way through. Y'all think I could keep a secret that long, did you? And I haven't made the shop part, so I get home in time. I might go in here just a little bit and do the shop part and get that over with, because I've got one for this Sunday. I don't have one for next Sunday. So this one's for the following Sunday, okay? Usually I have 2 or 3 stacked up, guys, but I hadn't done it this year. Y'all have kept me busy in the shop making baits. I ran out of the hot tail color, which is black and chartreuse with pink tail, this week, Sunday. Sunday's orders came in, and I ran out. I made those this week. I made some more orange tail too, and blue while I was doing it. I ran out of killer. I made those Monday evening. Yesterday was Monday. No, I made them Saturday. I'm sorry, because my son came by Saturday. I made them Saturday morning or whatever. So he came by Sunday. I'm getting my days all mixed up. I made them Saturday because they was laying in the basement and he's picking up looking at them. So I made them Saturday. I was right, because it was raining, it was cloudy. But I haven't done much fishing the last 2 weeks. I fished 2 days last week, and this is the first day this week. One because of weather, and the other one because y'all keep me in the shop making baits. Put your number down 1 to 400. I start at 10. Okay. Be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, don't leave a number. If you go over the number, you can't win. So the 2 rules I have. You got to be a subscriber, and you can't go over the number. I do a random number draw on Wednesday night, and I'll film that, load it on Thursday morning, so you can go and see who won. If you leave a number. I said that too loud, didn't I? I heard that echo. I said that to get your attention because it's important, guys. Come back and look. There's somebody 3 weeks ago that left a number. They won. I have not heard from them. And I did comment under their comment where they left a number on the site. I said, hey, you won. Send me your address. I'll mail that to you. You're not going to get any baits if you don't send me your address. Some of y'all guys by your email, I have no idea who you are. And by your name, some of you use your name. So, and if you've ordered from me before in the last month, I've got your address. If not, I have to go way back and start looking, guys, and it makes it tough on me. So if I ask for your address, just go ahead and send it to me. And I'll mail that to you as soon as possible. I usually try to mail out on Friday, okay, if you win on Wednesday night. And I send the winning baits plus some remelts and maybe a couple other colors I have hanging around there. But I usually try to send 40 or 50 baits. Make it worth your while. Hey, appreciate each and every one of you. Dennis, Fishing Lake Country. We'll see y'all Wednesday night. See ya.